Okay, and I think we're live.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you for coming, everybody. This is T-Ravis Comics, and he was selling some mystery boxes, and I really wanted to get in on it because I like his collecting style. I like what he always shows. He's seems like a very trustworthy guy. I think that this is going to be a really good box. This is my fourth mystery box, so I'm really excited about it. Do you have anything you want to tell the audience about this box before I open it?
Well, I tried to do a box like I would want. I'm a big Box Hero fan when they had the mixture of older and new books. And I wanted to make sure there was something of value in there to make sure you got, because I have bought a couple of mystery boxes lately. And I'm tell you what, it's junk. It was junk. And, it's stuff that I like, that I hunt and I pick up. And, everybody's taste is different. And I thought I would try it. And man, I thought I would struggle to sell these. In 5 hours, I sold them all. So, I was very appreciative of everybody helping me out with that. And I just hope everybody's happy with them.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, that's all you can ask. I've had, like I said, my first two were that Spider-Man booth, and I got them both together. There was one I was really happy with and one that was just and then I got Sparks's box, and I was pretty happy with that. There was some really nice surprises in there.
Yeah, Sparks good ones.
Yeah. So that was really good. So I got high hopes for this one here. But again, I'm just glad to have it. And I have no expectations on it. So, I obviously have the expectation it's going to be good because it's from you. But I don't have any expectation of what's in here. We had SCG in here the other day telling me that it's going to have all this stuff in there that I look for. I'm like, there's no way, man.
Well, see, I mixed it. I mixed it with it was Marvel, DC, Independent.
Perfect.
Everything. There's even
I read all over the
Independent in there.
So real quick, who we got in here so far is I know we got CTW, Phil from Comics Talk Weekly. We got Sparks, and we got Copy 801. So really some of the core people from my regular crew here, it looks like. And I'm sure some more people will jump in here in a minute. So without further ado, I'm going to start breaking this open.
All right.
So let's see here. All right, we don't have a Nerdy Girl package.
No.
So if anybody wants to buy from T-Rav, don't worry about it coming in a loose envelope with tape all over the place. And
I bought those boxes especially for that.
All right. Okay, so there's that. Oh, man. And this is great because you have a much more vast knowledge of comics than I do, so I may not even know a lot of this stuff.
Some of it's some spec books. And like I said, I don't have any idea what's in either box. I don't know. I don't even know who won the GP. So
this is what's inside of the mailer that he's got. All right, here we go. Oh. Look at that. He's got it protected in, and he uses blue painter's tape just like I do with the tab and everything, man.
Got to tab it.
Yeah, that's exactly like I bag and board. All right. So, I see you got some stickers on the back here. I already see second appearance of Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, see, so some of the books I went through, I tried to make a note on the back to highlight, what was in there, and it'd be easier for people. I don't have to look it up.
Hey, so Caroline just jumped in. Hey, Caroline. Got almost my whole Dungeons and Dragons crew in here right now. Okay, we'll flip that one up first then. So, there we go. Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. That's 69?
Yep.
That's the oldest book I have right out the gate.
No. That would have been no. It's an.
I'll say it feels more like a modern book or size.
Yeah,
so
it's an 80-something book.
I see it says 69, so I thought that was year there. Oh, it's 69 of Spectacular is what it is.
Yeah, it's the issue 69.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Second appearance of Cloak and Dagger. I love that cover. It's one of my favorite covers.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I definitely see. I grew up with all the what is it? Shit, I can't even think. All the mid '90s Spider-Man and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I haven't read a lot of old Spider-Man.
So
by old, I mean before 1990. I was born in 88, so there you go.
Oh man, I was already out of high school.
Yeah, all of the old stuff that predates me that I've read is like trade paperback versions of like Batman and X-Men and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm not even touching it.
Man, there's so much stuff out there for you to read.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm swamped with it now. I told you I had a schedule I was making to keep on stuff.
You want to read a good story? You look up the Walt Simonson Manhunter book. It's a trade paperback of all this. He made a series in the back of, I think it was Detective Comics, and they put it all together in one volume. Man, it's an awesome story. It's a DC book. You'd like it.
Cool. Yeah. So we just got Lewis in here. We got Sean Miller in here. Sith came by. Yep. So we're starting to get a little crowd here. So there we go. The first one was, for anybody who didn't see it, is this Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Cloak and Dagger second appearance. Neat. Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, man, this can't be that old of a book if it's feeling the way it does. Because, like I said, the Iron Fist that I have from 74, it doesn't fit in my normal sleeves.
No, there's a size difference in like the mid 70s. They switch.
I just saw somebody post this book the other day. Who was it? The Inhumans.
Yeah, that's the first appearance of somebody. Is there a tag on the back?
No, there's no tag on the back.
It's a spec book. They came off TiVo. I bought a bunch of those when I was out.
That might have been why I saw that, because I think I watched it on Lords a week ago.
Yeah, it was a spec book he put out a while back. It's I forget what character appeared in that book.
So this is a 30-cent book. I do have some from this era here because I know this Marvel Comics group logo up here. I've got a few from that era.
It should have the date in the yellow box there somewhere.
Oh yeah. 77. So not my oldest yet, but that I'll tell you what, man. If I end up having a book here that beats that, my oldest one, that would make my day, because it would be historical for that matter, you know.
Yeah.
So we got Marvel 2-in-1 presents The Thing versus Deathlock.
Yeah, that's got something in it too. It's coming up. That's a really good book. It's a really great story.
Yeah, see, I also read a lot of Fantastic Four when I was younger too, so I do like them. I do have love for them. That's also a 30-cent book. I see that one does not have a date. It looks like not on it, but it's still that same era. It looks like.
Yeah.
I know this is. I know Azores likes this. It's Tiger the Werewoman.
Yeah, I love that cover. I don't know how many copies of that I have.
Yeah, with Craven there.
Yeah.
25-cent book. Nice. A lot of Marvel, man. Oh, nice. The Walmart variant of Venom.
Yeah.
I did not get that in any of the packs I bought, but I only bought one Marvel variant or Marvel Walmart book for myself. The rest I bought for Sparks because his Walmart's got rated and mine had everything. So we got Dream of August. What's up, Johnny? Professor's always here, man. This is a thick book. I feel how thick that's a really thick comic. Is that cardstock?
No. It's probably got 2 or 3. I never use a single backing board. Anything I do 2 to 4 backing boards in there. Just okay. That's the way I do all my stuff.
So there we go. There's that. Well, I have no idea what this is. This is Nova.
Yeah, it's one of those. I forget. It's Nova #1. It's one of those series where the Kid Nova was in there. So then they switched the character.
Okay. So that one is completely new to me. I've never even seen that.
Nova's
this is great. This is great right here because this is something that I know I wanted to dive into at some point and never have. It's Black Widow #1 here, Widow Sting.
Yeah, I think that's a Walmart variant too.
Yeah, I don't have any Black Widow, but that's something that I would definitely like to read sometime.
That's not a bad story.
It isn't?
Mm-mm.
Do you know how long of a run it is?
4 or 5 issues. I think it just ended. It's not that many issues.
Okay. another Venom here. Number 17.
Yeah, that's a second print with the I think it's Sleeper or whatever his name is on the cover.
Oh, that you talking about that symbiote there?
No, the black and yellow, the
I
big
don't.
one there. That's the one that's a cat now. If you're reading Venom,
I'm not definitely not, but I know Sparks was. He's not now, I don't think. But
I'm gonna write it out to 200 and see how that goes.
all right. Uh-oh. Batman Confidential.
Yeah, I love that cover.
Yeah, it's tight. I like that with the bats on there like that.
I think that's a Tony Daniel cover. I think. I don't remember.
Nice. So that's the first DC. Everything's been Marvel. Oh, this is nice. I saw Sparks pull this book, and I actually really wanted to get it, but I wasn't going to go buy a pack just to try to get it. It's this Batgirl here, this variant here.
Yeah. I picked up there for a while. I was picking up those cover Bs, Batgirl and Supergirl and all those.
See, and I like that's all right up my alley. Anything Bat Family, I really like. More Nova, old school Nova though.
Yeah, what issue is that? 3 or 4?
6.
6. That's the first appearance of that group. That was also a T-Ville spec book. I can't remember, but Diamond Head, the Condor, and I forget the other guy's name. Blue Diamond.
Do you know what year we're looking at here? Because I'm not
This
seeing.
should be around 77, 78.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That, like I said, I've got a number with that banner there, and they're all right there, mid 70s. See, Chamora's up in here, and Lewis is still hanging out. And we've got a Thor here. What is this? 345.
It's a great Walt Simonson run. It's where he opens the winter casket up. That's a great storyline. That would make an awesome movie.
Really? Yeah, they've done so many Thor movies. And
I forget the name of that elf. That he's like split down the middle, white on one side, black on the other. And he opens the winter casket and it goes through the Avengers and Fantastic Four. It's a great storyline.
Oh, and now, actually, last but not least, is probably the one most up my alley, actually, besides the Batman stuff. Dark Horse Presents, and it's got Predator.
Yeah.
Dude, so you know that I like old school Dark Horse, right? I don't know if you do. I'm really into the Mask, and I like the Alien and Predator, and I like all the stuff from that. So I don't have anything even close to this era of Dark Horse stuff. So that one right there is probably the highlight book for me.
So, some of those Dark Horse Presents have a mass story in them.
Yep, they do. Well, this one probably doesn't because it predates Mayhem, and I have the first Mayhem.
It ran forever. Dark Horse Presents ran forever.
Yeah. Tight. So there we go. So we're looking at like 90% Marvel, which is fine. I like Marvel just fine. It's just not what I'm currently reading. And one Dark Horse, and it'll look like what, 2 DC, 3 DC? I think there's 2 DC in here. So yeah.
I tried to make the mix good for all the way across the board. Of course, I have more. You know what? I'm a Marvel fan with a DC love. So,
I don't know if you.
but I only like certain things.
I don't know if you stuck around for the whole. I know you popped in my chat with Azores, but I don't know how much you were in there. But that's what I was saying was like, I was almost straight Marvel when I was younger, and it blew my mind that I started getting into DC last year when I got back into comics. Because I always liked Batman, but not really anything outside of that very much.
Yeah.
And then I like Dark Horse and all that. But
you know what? I like the older DC stuff. I mean, I even like I used to read the Blue Devil. Man, that was a great series. And the Blue Beetle, when it came out back in the 80s, I think Paris Cullens or something did the art. It was great. It was great books. And
I'm going to go through
good stories back then.
I'm going to show you my highlights here. I'm going to show you the ones here that pop to me the most. All right. to sum it all up, this right here is where my value comes from in this box I got from you. That Batgirl, because I was already wanting it anyway. I just didn't pick up any packs to try to win it or whatever, I guess. Even though I know you can figure out what pack they're in with DC.
Yeah.
I wasn't about to just buy a bunch of packs. Batman Confidential, because that is a crazy cool cover right there, even though I've never read Batman Confidential. Do you know anything what the story's about? Like,
no.
Is he turning into a
I picked that up and I read it, and I don't know, somehow I missed a couple issues, and I don't know what happened with the LCS, and I didn't go any further with it.
So after that, I would say Black Widow, because like I said, that's something more modernish that I would want to read when I get into Marvel stuff. This right here, because I do have love for Fantastic Four, and that's pretty damn cool there.
Yeah, see, that ties in with that Project Pegasus and Deathlock and Quasar and all that's in that storyline. So those books right there, a lot of people don't realize that Marvel 2-in-1 is the second and third appearance of Spider-Woman. And, there's a lot of Quasar stories, Project Pegasus, all that stuff could be coming up soon. So, you might want to grab them all that way you can. That's cheap in that run up through those numbers.
You're doing some spec on me, man.
Yeah, you never know.
And then last but certainly not least, the number one book in here was me for this, because I do love Dark Horse Presents, and I love Predator. And I have nothing from Dark Horse this old. My oldest Dark Horse book is the Mayhem book I got from Nola. So, and this is this is actually the same year, actually. So it's 89. That same year as Mayhem 1. So yeah, that is look at that brick right there. $40 shipped.
I tried to do them cheaper, and the boxes wouldn't fit in the envelopes I wanted to ship them in. So I wanted to do them originally for like $30, $35. And because of the shipping box I had to put them in, I had to move them to 40. But
well, don't you worry about that, because like it's exactly as you advertise. It's varied all over the place. There's old school, there's more recent, there's variants, there's DC, there's Marvel, and there's Dark Horse. Just like you said.
I shuffled them. I stacked them up.
So I'm going to leave them in this box so they can be a part of some of them can be a part of my mail call show on Spine Ticks. I will definitely shout you there. So you want to hang here with me and talk for a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Let's run through this chat here and see if anybody else popped in. He says that Predator's fire. Yes, I agree. That is my number one in there, because I really do like Predator a lot. And I'm interested to see what they're going to do. So Aliens was picked up by Marvel. Was Predator also? I assume so.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I was going to say, because they've intersected that universe so much you can't separate it now.
I think it's coming later. I'm going to tell you what, those that new Aliens coming out, there's some really nice covers coming out for that.
Sparks was showing off the one that he made the connection to Star-Lord.
Really?
Yeah, like Star-Lord's equipment or whatever was. I don't know much about Guardians, but he's saying that one of the variant covers had the alien there with some stuff sitting around him in like this. I guess it's like a cockpit of a ship or a hold of a ship or something, and it was Star-Lord's equipment.
I ordered Elite Comics. I don't know if anybody can see that. Ryan Brown exclusive cover went on sale, I believe today. I've got me a copy of it. That's just a badass cover. And I'm an Aliens fan anyway. I love Aliens.
Yeah, I like Alien a lot too, but I'm a big Predator guy. I definitely like that.
Yeah, I like Predator too.
Yeah, and I think they were really wise to start combining them together. That made it really interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Arnold fan, and Predators, that's one of the top for me.
Well, I like the first Predator, but I also like this. Danny Glover did a good job in 2. I thought I liked 2. It was different. It was urban versus the jungle. I liked it too.
Oh yeah. It had a really good ending. Yeah, for sure.
And then Alien, it's just a space horror movie.
Oh yeah, man. I like all the Alien, but I really like. What's her name? Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like everything. I have never seen a movie with Winona Ryder in it that I haven't liked. So
she's pretty good.
Yeah. See, it was his Walkman on the. Okay, here he goes.
Here's some DC love. Look at this I picked up right here.
Oh yeah,
little Jim Lee, $20. Look at that. How about
Where'd you get that?
Got it at a junk store, still in the box.
Oh,
look at there.
You can't beat that then.
No, it pays to get out and hit all these little mom and pop stores.
So for those in the chat that don't know this, T-Rav is from not my dad's hometown, but a town my dad lived in for many years, and I'm from like an hour from there. I don't live there now. I'm like 4 hours from it, maybe 4.5 from you now.
Yeah.
But one of his main stores is my childhood comic shop that I used to go to in like the 90s and early 2000s. And so my wife still lives down in that area. Or my wife's parents still live down there. My wife don't live down there. I don't live 4 hours from them. But they live down there. And we go down maybe 2 or 3 times a year. And usually we go in April. So I'm going to come down there and hopefully I'll be able to meet up with T-Rav whenever I go down. And we're going to hit some shops. And he said something about going over to Owensboro too.
Well, we'll shoot on over to Owensboro. Man, there is a peddler's mall there that, the whole back corner of it is nothing but comics. There's probably $100 boxes. You just go through them. They're alphabetical order. And then there's other boxes that are like $2, $3, $4, $5. And then there's high-end stuff up front with slabs and stuff, all in glass cases. It's a great little store.
Okay.
And then
so typically what I do, just to give you a heads up, typically when we go down, we usually go down when we get off work on Fridays. Mm-hmm. And then Saturdays, she kind of does stuff with her parents, and I kind of go off and check out the things I miss, maybe meet up with a couple people, all that. So I don't know if Saturdays are good days for you, but Saturday
every weekend. So
okay,
we set a time up, and I'll just meet you up there, and we'll hit the Diamond Avenue Flea Market. We'll hit that place first, and hit the LCSs, and shoot on over to Owensboro. We'll just make a day of it.
Awesome! I can make a day out of it, 4 or 5 hours.
We can hit 4 different places all in one day.
That's awesome. But we definitely got to hit the place that I was telling you about. I think you said you went to it once, but that's worth going to.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. And there's also another place now. It's
Secret Headquarters.
Yes, I haven't been to Secret Headquarters, but there's also another place, Parrot Records. They specialize in vinyl records, and man, it's got a whole section of comics in it too. He said,
wear the Spine Tick shirt and film a clip. I said, yeah, we'll do something like that. Oh, yeah, we'll make a comic crawl thing out of it. I might just shoot a couple random clips every place we go and then combine it whenever I get home.
I just got my Sony Handycam up and working and going, so I'll just bring it and we can.
Okay. Yeah, Secret Headquarters is the place I'm talking about on First Avenue. It's an arcade, a comic shop, and a vinyl shop all together.
Yeah, you can go in there and play like Nintendo and stuff like that too.
Yep. When me and my wife were down there last, she actually bought a T-shirt for him because she just liked the name and everything. She's been there a couple times with me. But I was able to find, I collect those Married with Children books. I found about half of the Married with Children books that I found at that shop. And they are not easy to find.
Especially the photo covers.
Yeah. So I have roughly half of all Married with Children books of all the runs right now. There's one run that I need one issue to complete. And then everything else is just like extra things they did.
Sean Miller, why are you hating on Owensboro, Kentucky?
I saw that. What the hell's he talking about? He lives in Florida anyway. I told you I used to date a girl from down around there. She wasn't from Owensboro, but she lived over in Rockport, which is right across the water.
Oh yeah. My wife's family's from Rockport.
Really?
Uh-huh. Sure enough.
He says my sister lives there. That's enough for him not to go, apparently.
Well, I understand. My sister lives down the street, and I don't go there, so
Well, yeah, but yeah, man. Like, no, that's so. Have you heard back from anyone else who's received a box? I know Sparks has got one, right?
Yeah, Sparks said he got his. Otto got his, and he's going to be opening it up tonight on 3 Men in the Basement. So
okay, and Azor's got one too.
Azor, I don't know if the West Coast guys got theirs yet.
Probably not. Well, you were on my what stream was I doing with VK, and I showed off the box, and you go, "Damn, that was fast."
Yeah, it's quick, man. I mean, I mailed them on Monday, like I said. And
do you know how quick it got here? I literally, my wife, because me and my wife work at the same place for now.
Mhm.
Big news today. My wife got a job at a place she'd been really hoping she got today. So, so that's great. She, but anyway, she gets to work like 3 hours after I do. And she said, there was a big box for you. I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah, it might be that mystery box you're waiting for. I'm like, God damn. Because it was that morning, like before.
Well, the way it's been going, man, I mean, it takes you priority mail 3 days, but taking 3 weeks.
Man, you know what I'm waiting on right now? Oh, this has got me burnt up. I was going to do a run where I was going to reread Batman Year One, right? And I want to read because I want to read the storyline that they've connected, they've established. Because I don't know if you know, they did a book years later called The Man Who Laughs, and it's just a one-shot Joker graphic novel, and that's supposed to be a direct sequel to Year One. And so I've never read that. I've read Year One before, and then they say right after that you want to read Long Halloween, which I've read, and Dark Victory, which I've never read. And so I wanted to do that. I was going to get all the trades of that. So I get Year One, and while I get, while Year One's in my hand and I'm reading it, I go ahead and order Man Who Laughs. And I figure when Man Who Laughs gets here, I'll order Long Halloween. That way it just keeps coming.
Yeah.
Man, I ordered Man Who Laughs on January 28th, and I still don't have it. And that sumbitch has been stuck in Cincinnati since February 4th.
Wow.
And I have contacted USPS. It's not the seller's fault, so I'm not asking for a refund because that's not their fault.
Call the post office. Call the post office.
I've already went through their channels. I have already.
Seriously, I've had packages stuck before.
No, I've already. Man, I've already.
On their end, I'll look up the number. I call the post office directly and say, "Look, this is my tracking number. Take it off that pallet it's sitting on in there and send it on because I'm tired of waiting on it."
Well, it's worse than that because they already opened up a whole investigation for me. And when I go to the tracking, it shows the investigation open. And then I get an email saying, we have determined that your package is delayed due to COVID-19. And then I look at the tracking and it says, I'm not kidding you, man. It says on the tracking, case closed.
Yeah. People use COVID for an excuse nowadays.
Yeah. So anyway, so I got a couple options here. I guess I could punish the seller, and get my money back.
It's not his fault.
It's not. I'm not going to do that. Or I could go ahead and get another copy of it. But here's the thing. I'm stacked with other shit I'm reading. So I'm just fine with it being a little delayed. I just thought it'd be nice to read those consecutively, But
hey, Sean, I don't know those people in Owensboro.
I mean, I don't know Owensboro too well. I've only been there maybe half a dozen times.
He was telling me their his sister's wife's family's last name and what they do. I don't know them.
He said, Professor says, did they send a media mail? I think so, actually.
Yeah, that's part of what it is. It's sitting there on. See, a lot of times what people don't understand is that media mail, when it gets to a certain, like a hub, it has to pile up on a pallet until it gets a certain amount before they'll ship it on to the destination together. So if there's only one going, it'll sit there till more pile up to go in the same direction before they'll send it on.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, that's what happens.
That's some bullshit because it was in Cincinnati within days of it being sent out, and it's been there for over a month.
You're going to have to order a bunch of other stuff, media mail. And have
no, I'm not going to. If I had it my way, I would never use. If I had it my way, I'd never use USPS again because they have utterly fucked me so many times.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I'm talking bad. All right, like about 6-7 years ago, me and my wife, when we still lived in Evansville. This is before we were even married, I think. Yeah. I ordered this handcrafted mask, right, from China. Now you think China's going to be cheap plastic. No, it was like a handcrafted mask for something I was putting together. And it leaves China within 3 days of ordering it. So it's made to order. It's made when they order it. All right. Mm-hmm. Made to order, ships out in 3 days, hits Chicago in I don't know, under a week. and it stays in Chicago for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I'm doing everything I can to get a hold of them. I don't know what happens. And then finally, when it shows up, the damn mail person took it back to the post office because I wasn't there to answer my door. And then get this, okay? So a couple weeks later, maybe a month or so later, I had another package that I was waiting on, and I'm coming home from work, right? And I straight up saw right before I left work that it was out for delivery. Man, I am gassing at home. I'm like, I'm going to meet these people at the door, right? I get there, note on my door saying that I wasn't there to receive my package. So I start driving up and down the streets like Jaws, man, trying to find the mail person, right? You know, it's like, dun, 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 dun. Finally, I find her, and I'm like, please, just here's my ID, here's the note, just give me my package. Because that was the third story. The second story was between those two, where the package made it to my place. They stuck a note on my door. I get home. I go back I live 2 blocks at the time from the post office. They say, your package is here, but it's on a truck. We can't get to it. It's in the back. They go, you have to wait for it to go out tomorrow. I'm like, all right. Guess what? Tracking says it's on its way back to Louisville, Kentucky.
Really?
Instead of delivering it to my house, they stuck it on a truck and sent it to Louisville, Kentucky. It goes to Louisville, spins around for 2 days, and goes back to Evansville and gets delivered. That was all 3 of those stories happened within 2 or 3 months of each other.
And you know what? Another thing, FedEx. A lot of people don't realize that the UPS delivers FedEx. If it's
I used to work for UPS a long time ago.
Some packages are the small packages and stuff like that. They don't deliver them on the FedEx truck. They'll drop them off at the post office, and they'll deliver it with the regular mail.
Yeah. I used to work for UPS seasonally. I did 2 Christmas seasons with them as a driver assistant. Because, you know, they get stacked up and everything, you know. Mm-hmm. So there was we were driving down a road, I think over in near Burdette Park. And we passed a FedEx guy, just pissed off look on his face, just flying by or whatever. And my driver waves at him and he goes, man, I would never be a FedEx driver. And he's telling me that he's like, for every 4 UPS drivers, there's 1 FedEx driver. And like 80% of them pay to drive their truck. And if they don't pick up enough packages on their routes and deliver, then they don't even make enough money to pay for the truck.
Wow.
So screw that. UPS is all company truck.
You have to live in a very populated area to make enough money to do that.
Yep. I tell you, I had nothing but good experiences with UPS. I would have worked for them full time forever and ever if it hadn't been the time in my life. I was like 19, 20, and I kept doing seasons with them, but they could never hire me on because of the recession. You know, this is 2008, and they just kept telling me, hey, we can get you in here for seasonal, and I make a ton of money between November 1st and January 1st. And then they're like, well, we can have you work 16 hours a week on the line, and they're sorting boxes, 16 hours a week for $8 an hour. You know, you can do that until something comes up, and then we'll hire you in as a driver. And I was just like, nope, turned them down. Next year, they called me again, and I turned them down that year. Then the second year, they called me again. Well, third year. And I'm like, man, this company, the same guy, he must really want me. He thinks that I'm like, you know, great. So I'll do it again. It'd been 2 years since I did it. I'm like, I'll do it again. And maybe on the other side of this thing, he could get me a full-time job since he keeps calling me back, right? Mm-hmm. I go through the whole season. Same thing, 16 hours a week, making $8, $8.50 an hour, something like that. I'm like, sorry, man. And then they called me again a 4th year, and I said no, and they never called me after that. But
it's like the UPS. You have to work so much years for a long time, part time, and little.
Well, it's not like that now. It was like that during the recession because UPS doesn't fire drivers. They will bump a driver back that's like on a part time basis. They'll bump him back to a warehouse job before they'll get rid of a guy. So there was just no room for me to come in because they couldn't even get all the recession. They couldn't even have drivers out all over the place, you know?
I know ours is so short staffed around here. It ain't even funny.
See, it's the opposite now because the economy is so much better than it was in 2008 and 2009.
Yeah. Well, so much stuff is shipped now. So much internet business and all that stuff. So
it was just starting to break out then.
Yeah.
Cyber Monday was a brand new concept, I think, whenever I first did it.
Yeah.
But I have nothing other than that, and that's not anything with UPS's fault. I have nothing but good things to say about UPS. The way they do things, I've never had a problem getting a package. I've never had a communication issue. Working for them was great. But FedEx, I've had pretty good too, but there's been a few things here and there. But USPS, no. I have a personal hate for them.
Well, I moved and I went down. There. I got online. They made me do it online now. Transfer your address,
Mm-hmm.
And I changed it, and I got mail for 2 days, and then it quit getting mail. And I'd go over to my old address. My mail's all in a box. So I go down there, and I wasn't very happy about it because I had boxes and boxes of stuff sitting on the doorstep and been sitting there for days. I'm just lucky no one stole it.
Yeah.
So I go in there and I said a few things, and they fixed it. And now, ever since, and it's been over a year, every morning I get an email from the postal service with a picture of every bit of mail that I'm getting for the day. I get a daily mail email with a picture of every envelope of mail. So I know what I'm getting in the mail when I get home. I've already looked at it. As soon as they get it sorted, I get a picture. I just go through it and say, well, that's coming today.
I don't know if you happen to.
I don't know why I did that, but
I don't know if you happen to watch my stream a few weeks back where I AOK'd something to Sith Lordly, but I AOK'd it to him through Amazon Prime. So he knew he was getting something because I told him, but he didn't know. He didn't know where it was or how. He thought it was coming directly from me, and it came the very next day. He's live on stream with me, so I couldn't have planned this better. I didn't plan it at all; it just happened like this. But we're live on stream, and I get a text, and it's a picture of his doorstep with the box out front. And I say, "Hey, man, my email's telling me to tell you to go answer your door or whatever." And he's looking, or go check your mail. That's what I said. He starts looking at his email, and I'm like, "No, man, the door. Go check the door. My AOK's there." So that was funny.
Yeah,
but
you couldn't plan that any better.
No, exactly. And I was like, "Man, what are the chances this would happen while he's streaming with me?" What was I going to say? Oh, the other thing is, I have a duplex here. I rent the upstairs out to people. Well, I got a guy who was here temporarily a year and a half ago, and I still get mail in that mailbox for him every now and again. What are they like? You know how many people is the mailman that stupid? Like they've seen the name. Yeah, but they've seen the name change that many times, and they've taken mail back where I've I'll lean it up for them, and they know that it has to go back, right? Or we'll write on there you've seen it that many times and you still drop it.
Yeah, I mean, I could send you a letter and put to Bozo the Clown and put your address on there. And once they scan that label and they print that label on there, they don't even look at the address at that point.
You would think somebody with the sorting then, for that matter.
They don't even, they look at that label and that's where it goes. It goes on that route, this route. It doesn't even matter anymore. I think we waste our time writing it on a box. We're going there.
Oh, Sean Miller's talking about. He says you haven't got a call from the FBI. Oh man, don't be starting all that now.
Oh yeah, Sean was telling that story the other day.
Yeah,
he got into the mailman or something, and they had the FBI call him. That was too funny.
Yeah. No,
the FBI. I'm surprised. I went to the post office and I showed myself, but I get an email every day. So hey, who knows?
All right, man. So we'll cut it off here in just a few. I gotta get some dinner started, and then
yeah, me too. I gotta go pick some people up for dinner. Get back in time because 3 men come on tonight. We'll check that out.
Got my Dungeons and Dragons tonight. My wife will be home in like an hour and 20 minutes, so I'll get dinner going and all that. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. We're watching the Harley Quinn cartoon on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, and WandaVision new episode too, so I'm going to check it out.
I haven't been keeping up with any of that stuff. Marvel's just not even in my hemisphere right now.
I can't wait to watch it. I'm excited.
Yeah, I feel you. But anyway, go ahead and tell everybody what you got going on. What are we going to see in the next couple of days?
Oh man, you know what? I don't know. I'm going to try to go I'm going in the morning to the LCS and trying to look for some stuff. Spine Tick's hit 500 subscribers, so I want to find some good stuff for the giveaway for that coming up. And I really don't have anything coming in the mail. I got a Boxed Heroes coming, and I am going to do one thing. My old LCS that's shut down here in town. The guy, I ran into him the other day, and he's got some nice books, and we talked it out. So I'm going to do a show with him, and I'm going to have him bring some of his old books. He's got some old. He's got some. We call them 4-color books. They were like from the 50s, and it's got the first Uncle Scrooge, and it's Carl Barks. If no one knows Carl Barks' art for the Disney back in the day, that's some awesome stuff. And he's got one of those. It's a big book. It's a pricey book. And he's going to bring some of that stuff. And another friend of mine used to hang out down there, KJ. I want to try to get him involved with it, and he can bring some of his stuff. He's a big Marvel guy, and hopefully we can show off some good books. So I got that working on it, trying to get us all, get our times messed up where we can get together and shoot a video on it. So
cool. Hey, you remember the DuPont paint store used to be in Madisonville?
Yeah.
That is my stepmom's dad's business.
Really?
That was his.
Yeah. Not much left around here anymore. It's all.
I haven't even been in Madisonville, and
well, I mean, Madisonville's growing.
2009, maybe last time I think I went there.
A lot of stuff's gone away now. I mean, it's all big stuff. I mean,
they still got that movie theater at the mall.
They do.
I like that. That was a good theater, actually.
I went and watched New Mutants there.
Oh,
it's open. It's been open. It's 40% capacity.
Okay,
so they've been doing it. So, and you can rent the whole thing out if you got a group of people together, like 20 people.
We got 2 or 3 theaters here, but me and my wife went to go see Bill and Ted up in Logansport because they got a real nice, like family owned with just like 4 or 5 theaters in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. It was really nice. Good price on snacks. I would definitely drive up there again to go see a flick.
Yeah, I always I support them on the snacks and stuff. A lot of people try to sneak stuff into the theater because they're so high. Well, what people don't realize, they don't hardly make any money off the movie itself. Their money is made to keep the theater open and
I'm not gonna lie, I've done it too, but if it's homegrown, I mean AMC, I'll still do it. I don't have an AMC around here.
I've got a buddy of mine a friend of mine actually managed the AMC here. So, he was telling me, he goes, look, man, all our money's made on concessions. We have to pay, and we don't make any money hurry off tickets.
Yeah, well, it was, like I said, that one up in Logansport wasn't bad at all. I think we spent like maybe $24 to both go see Bill and Ted and have a bunch of snacks and drinks. I'm like, that's not bad at all for a couple to go out.
I mean, ours is AMC, but I got the membership to it. And time you buy the tickets online, you get all these points. I mean, I go in there and get 2 drinks, a big tub of popcorn, and for $5.
Does it have a Dolby theater in it?
Yep.
See, there's an AMC south of us that I went to a while back to see Tenet, and that was great to see in the Dolby theater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So you gonna be on Spine Ticks with me tomorrow?
Yes.
Cool. Well, you're gonna see your books again because a lot of them are getting flashed up. Probably all of them. I'll probably watch all of them, but because I've got mail calls. So I got mail calls that are way behind. I got a couple other things I want to show here that aren't your books, and then I won a Miles Morales book from SCG the other day. That's supposed to be here tomorrow. And then I bought a Amazing Spider-Man 492, which I'm trying to get that entire run of the Straczynski Romita Jr. because that's my Spider-Man era there.
Yeah.
And 492 is a hard one to get. I don't trust eBay on those just because I don't trust eBay on almost any of these. I hardly ever buy stuff online. I don't buy single issues on eBay very much. I'll buy trades and stuff like that. But yeah. So hopefully those 2 will arrive too, and then I'll have a lot of stuff I can show tomorrow. And then what else is that I'm waiting for? Well, that damn Joker book. And then I feel like there's something else coming, but I'm not thinking of what it is. But anyway, yeah, I'll be so everybody that's watching, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Sean Miller, I know you're still here. It says 6 people are still watching. That's pretty cool because we got on a tangent about movie theaters and everything else. Got my D&D tonight, 10 o'clock. Everybody come check that out. And me and Sparks are doing a review of Noctera tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. And did you pick up Noctera?
No, Not yet. I've got it on my pull list, so
Okay.
I'll be buying that tomorrow.
Okay, I picked up the A cover because the A cover was honestly my favorite cover. Honestly,
Yeah, it was a nice cover.
yeah. So I'm not going to say any comments about it because I told Sparks I don't want us to talk about it to each other until we can get our live opinion reactions to each other.
Yeah.
Be kind of fun doing that. And then of course we'll be on Spine Ticks tomorrow night.
All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, later, everybody.